Hi, I'm Josh from eSpares, and in this video I'm going to show you how to change the cooling fan on an oven. Now in this case I'm using a Gorenje EVP251, but the process should be pretty much the same for most types of oven. Now the cooling fan is located in the top of the oven above the main oven cavity. So whether you've got a freestanding or a built-in oven, you're going to need to remove the oven from its cavity so that you've got better access to the fan. And it's also a good idea to clear yourself a space to work into. Now the first thing I need to do is remove this panel and this panel from the top of the oven. And I do that by removing a total of 10 screws from both the top, the sides and the back using a Phillips head screwdriver. Now with those 10 screws out, I can remove these top two panels, but it's very important to bear in mind that the edges of the panels can be very sharp, so do be careful when removing them. And I'm now going to turn the oven round and unscrew this one in the middle, as well as these screws down the side. And now by undoing this top screw, it should give that back panel enough looseness to just pull out. Now I've done that, I'm going to unfasten the cables from these cable clips. Before undoing these 4 screws on the side which hold this top panel in place. Now with those 4 screws out, here we have the motor for the cooling fan, so I'm just going to disconnect those cables. And now holding the cooling fan motor, I can very gently lift this top panel up and also move these cables out of the way. And this gives me access to the screws holding the cooling fan in place underneath. Now with all 6 screws out, I can remove the old cooling fan. And now I can put the new one back in, but it's good to bear in mind that the holes that we screw into haven't actually been started off with a thread. So just take a screw and work it through the hole, which will make it much easier to screw back in when it's on the oven. And now I can put the new cooling fan on. Now I've got the cooling fan in place, I can reset the top panel. Now this is quite a fiddly job, and it's also important to not get any wires trapped, so take your time with it. I'm now going to reset all the cables back into the cable clips, and just make sure that you haven't got any cables trapped down the side or anywhere that they shouldn't be. Now that all looks okay, I can start screwing the panels back into place. So there we go, one new cooling fan fitted to a Gorenje oven. Spares for Gorenje and a range of other manufacturers are available on the eSpares website. Thanks for watching.